That's a long intro, bro.
We did the extended Europe mix open for today.
Yeah, all our viewers fell asleep during that.
All right, I asked you to do one simple thing tonight, not criticize the Open yet.
Yeah, but then you put it on for 48 seconds. I wasn't going to, let me phrase that. I will not criticize the Open. The Open was fine. The duration of the Open was a little shaky.
No, nothing shaky about it.
All right. Don't worry. I'm working on a new one. Actually, Joanna is.
Yeah, I'm sure your participation will be very minimal in this whole in Denver.
No, yes, there's a lot to go into it.
I'm sorry.
In the content.
Denver?
Endeavor.
What's up?
Endeavor.
It sounded like in Denver.
Endeavor.
No, not in Denver. No, she's in Australia.
I'm gonna have to bring my son Zach on to help me, even the score here. 2-2 because you're picking on me. It's not fair.
It'll be 3-1 when you bring.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. But yeah, hopefully.
They look like the Ottawa Senators trying to play defense.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Or the Kings last night.
Oh, hey! First, before we get started, today is National Women's Day in Sports, so I'd like to thank Joanna, Alicia, and Jackie for all the great work that they do on the show. We wouldn't be able to do the show without them, so we really want to thank all their work and dedication to the show.
And by the way, it should be National Women's Day every day.
I agree.
Right.
Agreed.
Not to mention some of the other guests we've had on our show, Jillian Fisher, Cassidy, who's her league is starting soon. The volleyball league is starting at the end of this month.
Right.
Cassie Hubbard, Jillian Fisher, Holly Walker.
Yeah. So everyone, subscribe to the channel. Like us wherever we are. Sunday, the big game, Super Bowl LV, whatever that is in Roman numerals. I believe that's 5. Yeah. And we're almost there. We're gonna have our guest Vinnie Iyer from the Sporting News, who was at the virtual media day today. He'll talk about that. But we kind of touched upon the championship games last week, so let's focus on this one. The old guard versus new guard. This is basically, I think it's a 2-storyline game: the quarterbacks and whether or not anyone can stop Travis Kelce. That's what I figure.
I disagree.
Okay.
I think it's the Bucs front four defensively against a banged up Chiefs offensive line, and if Tampa plays well, as we think they will, then Patrick Mahomes is going to have to win the game, and he has the talent to do it.
Oh, of course.
But is he going to do it against the GOAT? Because that Tampa D is going to get after him. They're going to get their hands on him at some point.
And he's played against good D's before. He's comfortable playing from behind. They don't have star tackle Eric Fisher. Thanks, Zach.
Yeah,
he's already doing great.
Yeah, he's already
he tore his Achilles, right, and against the Bills.
Yeah.
I think Michael brings up a good point. That front four for the Bucs can get after it, and they've proven that they can provide pressure. However, as we've seen, when things break down, Mahomes might be at his best. So that's going to be a really interesting matchup. I don't think anyone's going to stop Patrick Mahomes. I don't think anyone's going to stop Kelce. I don't think anyone's going to stop the Chiefs' offense. But they contain them to about 24 points. So then it comes down to, can Brady score enough on the Chiefs' defense? And I think that's where the difference in the game will be.
And I think the Chiefs' defense is their liability in this game.
Yes, it is. It's not dominant.
No.
But it's not terrible.
It's not terrible, but it's not. It's not. You always hear that defense wins championships. They're not the
85 Bears
Ravens.
Right.
Who beat the Giants with who was it? Matt Hasselbeck.
Right. When they had Ray Lewis and Ed Reed and Terrell Suggs, amongst others. Right.
So Trent Dilfer.
Trent Dilfer was Trent Dilfer. Right. Well, all he had to do was not lose the game.
That's right. Just don't make a mistake, and we'll win the game.
Right. Yeah, I mean, there are plenty of those quarterbacks. Jim McMahon, Brad Johnson.
Jim McMahon was a good quarterback.
Yeah, but I mean, he was there to manage the game. You had 85.
He was, and he did a good job of that. He wasn't Trent Dilfer. No offense to Trent Dilfer.
No, I'm not knocking him at that, but I mean, what did he do in that game? He handed it off to the fridge. So I mean, the defense won that game.
And Walter Payton was thrilled about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was really.
Yeah, absolutely. But let's bring in our guest here, who knows a lot more than all of us combined. From the Sporting News, Vinnie Iyer. Vinny, how's it going tonight?
Doing well. Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So the Super Bowl has had a few barbers in past games, Rondé and Tiki, but this is a whole new situation with barbers, isn't it?
Yeah, I pictured Johnny Depp from Sweeney Todd coming in there as like a Bucks plant or doing something to throw off the Chiefs before the Super Bowl, something like that. But apparently we had Daniel Kilgore, backup offensive lineman for the Chiefs. He actually sat in the chair and finished his procedure. So I guess he's not playing in the game or not worried about missing the game because he's a backup. But interesting, we can throw out all our conspiracy theories about Barbergate, I guess, if the Chiefs lose this game.
No, I didn't hear anything about this. Did this break today? What is the story?
Yeah, well, they had a COVID scare with the barber from the Chiefs. He tested positive over the weekend. They found out mid cut, and they yanked the player and the barber out of it, and they were just testing all the players.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, yeah, that's the last thing you need.
Yeah.
All right. As for the game itself, I mean, you've talked to the players so far. What are your expectations for Patrick Mahomes in this game? Obviously, one Super Bowl already. It's been one of the best starts ever for a quarterback. What would that do to his legacy, even though he hasn't been around that long? What would a second Super Bowl title this early in his career mean?
Well, I think you're talking about not just greats in the NFL to win 2 Super Bowls at age 25. I mean, no one has done that, but there's been a lot of great young champions in the history of sports all across that have done this, and it puts you in a special category. When you get those 2 rings right away, we thought Russell Wilson was headed there, and it didn't quite happen, 1 yard short with that interception, and I thought he could end up on this trajectory at some point, but to do it this way so soon and play at this high level, I mean, he's putting this team on his back. I mean, they were looking not so good in the second half against the 49ers, and he just said, no, we're not going to lose this game. I mean, he took over that game when they needed to. He's that type of player. I mean, he doesn't have bad games, and they don't lose games typically with him. So he's just a remarkable talent to watch at work because he's just so far beyond his years, and the physical talent is off the charts. So we haven't seen anything like that. And it's come at a perfect time when this league is just all about passing, athleticism. This guy seems like the perfect specimen created in the lab just for this type of NFL that we're seeing at this point.
So we talk about Mahomes. Now, what about the other end of the spectrum? Father Time. I mean, look, we have to respect what Brady's been able to accomplish these 20 years. We're already talking about one of the greatest, possibly the greatest player ever in the NFL. Are we now at the level where we're talking about maybe Mount Rushmore sports if Brady gets another Super Bowl?
Yeah, 7 of 10 of anything is pretty good, but 7 of 10 Super Bowls, and it's ridiculous. I mean, since I started Sporting News, it's been a couple decades. It's like I almost expect, why isn't Tom Brady in the Super Bowl? Like, if he's not in the Super Bowl, I feel something's off, and I just can't believe it. I mean, I thought, okay, he beat the Rams, had an upset there. This was it. Great story. Came off the bench and did this. But for him to last this long and be that great is incredible. And I do have a pretty good story of when I started early at Sporting News. I did a draft story on him, and my editor's like, he's going to be a 6th-round pick. No one's going to care about this guy. I said, I'll do it. I mean, actually, my friend went to high school with him, so this is how I kind of wanted to do the story. And he actually had a locker next to him. So I said, all right, I'll do a favor and talk to this guy. We've been talking him up, and I get a call, and I think I'm at my parents' house or something, and it was an old school phone. I mean, I didn't have a cell phone at the time, and he just says in this like perfect like veteran voice, he goes, "How are you doing, Mr. Iyer? This is Tom Brady returning a call." And keep in mind, he's only a year older, maybe 9 months older than me, and he's calling me Mister at the same time. So I said, this guy's a little different. He's wired a little bit differently, but we did this story, and he was in the back of the book, and then we did all these things that were on these other quarterbacks, all these Brady 6 guys that were terrible ahead of him. And I read that, and one day I read back the quote, and he said, this is what he wants to do, win games in the fourth quarter and win championships. And this is what he's done his entire career. So it's amazing to see that he's lasted this long with the second team. And again, I mean, both ends of the spectrum here is amazing to see Mahomes and Brady, different ages, getting it done in different ways.
And what's crazy about Brady is, this is his 10th Super Bowl, and all of the previous 9 have been exciting games. They've all pretty much come down to the wire. It's not like Joe Montana's won 4, and half of them have been, snoozers, but they've all come close. If he wins this one, it'll be his 7th Super Bowl. Do you see any scenario where he just kind of rides off into the sunset after this game?
I don't think so. I mean, he pretty much said during the Super Bowl interviews here, everyone's been asking him, are you keep going here? But he said he wants to play past 45, which is hard to believe. But, I mean, some guys would be, I want to win this championship and I'm done. But he's going to look at it as, okay, I won 1 with the Buccaneers. Let me see if I can repeat with a second team. Or if I didn't win this one, I want to try it again and prove myself here with the Buccaneers. So the level of play, I mean, there's no question about that he can play another year physically. And I think there was a little bit of overrated feelings that he couldn't last year, mainly because his supporting cast was so bad in New England. But the deep balls, being able to get the ball downfield, you can tell there's no regression in this guy. So as long as he's mentally committed to putting that year-round grind, he's going to play. And unfortunately for fans of other teams, I don't think it could be 45. It could be 3 or 4 more years before we see him retire.
Yeah, I also feel like Patrick Mahomes, if he wins this game, I feel like the changing of the guard is already kind of happening. But if Mahomes wins this game, then that clearly has happened. But it in no way diminishes Tom Brady's achievements. I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like Tom Brady is an old school type of player, almost. It's crazy to say because he's been in the league for 20 years now, but what Patrick Mahomes is doing is literally a new breed of quarterback. Like when Michael Vick first came in, no one had ever seen that. And what Mahomes is doing is insane. So I don't know. I love that it's old versus new. It's the GOAT versus the potential new GOAT, and it's complete contrast in styles and abilities and physical attributes. And I haven't been this excited about the Super Bowl in a long time. I'm a Raiders fan, so it's been a long time. So I just can't wait for Sunday.
Yeah, I think what's great about this is that we didn't need the hype. We didn't need all the Super Bowl hype of this typical week. The game lives up to itself for sure.
Exactly.
I think the question to be asked to Brady too is his days with the Patriots outside of Randy Moss. Look, he's always had Hall of Fame tight ends, but outside of Randy Moss, he's never had really standout receivers. He has Mike Evans here. Chris Goodwin had a really nice season in only 12 games. Can one say that Brady has quite a few options here, whereas he might not have had those options with past teams in New England?
Yeah, that's the reason he left. I mean, who was he throwing to last year? And you saw who they had left this year. I mean, I felt sorry for Cam Newton. I mean, you're throwing to N'Keal Harry and Damiere Byrd and Jacoby Myers. I mean, these guys are people that probably wouldn't start for other teams in the NFL or even have prominent roles. And you go to this team that's perfect. I mean, Chris Godwin last year, I mean, he was a dominant receiver. And sometimes this year he's had some drops, but I think that's adjusting to Brady a little bit. But Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, I mean, there's few combinations that are this good and give you so much too, because Mike Evans is just a big dude. He's going to run everywhere. He's going to be faster and stronger than you. Throw it up to him, he's going to catch it. Well, Chris Godwin's this technically sound guy that gets open, runs great routes. That's a Tom Brady type of receiver. It's an old school type of receiver, but the talent of these guys much higher. And then you bring in Antonio Brown, who's still looking like Antonio Brown, that's a little bit older. I mean, this is an embarrassment of riches, really, for Tom Brady. So, as much as the Bucks picked Tom Brady also handpicked the Bucks. They had exactly what they needed to get to the Super Bowl, and he knew he could take advantage of those guys and kind of almost put in the Patriots' face that, hey, here, this is what I can do if you actually give me weapons.
Yeah. I just want to talk a little bit about Todd Boltz, who I know personally, being a Jet fan, he failed as a head coach, but took obviously a great defense to the Super Bowl. Fantastic coordinator. What do you think it is about some coordinators who kind of like fail as head coach? Josh McDaniels, perfect example with New England, now being an offensive coordinator with Denver and whatnot. What do you think is about certain guys who can be a great coordinator but not a really good head coach?
Well, I think head coaching takes a lot more organization, and you have to oversee everything. You're not just into the zone of calling plays. I mean, Steve Spagnuolo was also a coach for a while, and it didn't work out as well for him as a head coach because you just can't manage all that. Maybe you're just good at defensive scheming, and that's all you want to do. And you want to motivate some players, but you don't want to deal with the whole thing and pushing all the buttons in the locker room. You don't want to deal with that. You just want to deal with your unit, know that you have the talent, and get the best out of those players. And just a lot less pressure as well. I mean, head coach, you got to win. There's demands everywhere. While the coordinator, you got somebody else guiding you. You can rest on them a little bit. You're not in charge of those key decisions and games that you're going to be held accountable for. So some of these guys are just meant to be at that level and succeed, and that's okay. I mean, and you find guys that you connect with well, done well together, and you also see Steve Spagnuolo and Andy Reid. That was a great hire as well. I think that's underrated in their Super Bowl run. They had to fire their old defensive coordinator. They had to flip their scheme from 3-4 to 4-3, basically. And Steve Spagnuolo, I mean, who else is a guy that knows how to stop Tom Brady in Super Bowls? I mean, he did it with the Giants and in probably the biggest upset in Super Bowl history.
Yes. All right, last one for me. I'm going to put you on the spot. Who's winning the game?
That's exactly what I was going to ask.
Well, I did have the Chiefs winning. I went against Patrick Mahomes last year, and that was a big mistake, especially when things weren't going well in the second half. I'm not doing that again. I mean, it takes a perfect game to take down the Chiefs. It's not just taking out Patrick Mahomes. The Raiders had to get big plays in the passing game. They had to run the ball perfectly. They had to get turnovers in the second half against Patrick Mahomes to win that game. That was meaningful for the Chiefs, and they lost the Chargers game. Didn't mean much. But in meaningful games, Patrick Mahomes just doesn't fail. He does really well. So I like Patrick Mahomes. I think Tom Brady's going to have a lot of success in this game.
I just hope it's a high-scoring game. I really do. Yeah. Because that Patriots-Rams Super Bowl, what was it, 10-7 at the half or something, or 10-3 at the half?
Yeah, 13-3 final.
We lost Vinny.
Oh, yeah. Vinny, we lost him. But at least we got his prediction out just in time.
Yeah,
Vinny,
exactly.
Thank you so much for coming on today. You can check out his work in Sporting News, and we'll definitely have him back on upcoming soon.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So continuing with the Super Bowl theme here, let's bring in. We kind of teased him, brought him in on the pre-show meeting on Tuesday. Is my son Zach? How's it going, buddy?
How's it going? Thanks for having me on.
Oh, look at his Mahomes jersey behind there.
Look at that.
Got Mahomes and golf. Got to represent.
Steiner Sports up there.
Yeah.
Is the golf jersey signed?
No, the golf one. No, the Luka one is, but that's the only one.
Your big head is covering the Luka jersey. So
I'm sorry.
That's all right. But you do have an autograph picture of Mahomes back there, right?
Right over there.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Okay, so what do you got for us?
All right. Do you want me to go from 1 to 20 or 20 to 1 for what I feel are the best?
What are we doing here?
What are we doing?
I was going to give you guys what I feel are my top 20 best Super Bowl moments ever, or best
Oh,
plays.
okay. Then go from 20 to 1, and then we'll discuss.
All right. Coming in at number 20, I have Jacoby Jones's performance in Super Bowl 47 against the 49ers. How he had like the 109-yard return. 19, Plaxico Burress's touchdown catch in Super Bowl 42 against the Patriots.
Former Jet.
Oh, that was a great catch. Yeah.
18, Jermaine Kearse's catch against the Patriots in Super Bowl 49.
That was a ridiculous finish.
That was
former Jet. Yeah.
17 might be a shocker, but I have Julian Edelman's catch from Super Bowl 51.
That was a great catch. That was an amazing catch.
16, I have Julio Jones's toe tap sideline catch from Super Bowl 51. 15, I don't know his first name, but Porter's pick six in Super Bowl 44 against the Colts.
Okay. Deal there, yeah.
14,
nothing before 1990. No, nothing before 2010, huh?
14 is John Riggins' 43-yard touchdown run in Super Bowl 17.
Okay, that's good.
That's got to be much higher. It's 4th and 1.
13 is John Elway's helicopter run in Super Bowl 32.
Great play.
Great play, overrated, but I like it.
12, Mario Manningham's sideline catch in Super Bowl 46.
I think that might be one of the greatest throws I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
It was
Throws or catch?
The catch was great. That might be the greatest clutch throw I've ever seen in all the years watching football.
It was one of the most accurate throws of all time.
Yeah.
And the second time the Giants beat the Patriots.
To me, that play impresses me so much more than the Tyree catch, which I'm sure we'll get to.
Oh, no. Come on.
Number 11, I have the Kurt Warner, Isaac Bruce touchdown in Super Bowl 34.
I remember that.
Number 10, the Saints onside kick to start the second half in Super Bowl 44.
Great choice. Great choice. Yep.
Number 9 is the Nick Foles Philly Super Bowl 52.
Yeah, Philly special.
Number 8, Terry Bradshaw's touchdown in Super Bowl 13 is like the 60-something yard touchdown.
That's the one where he got
Stalwart against the Rams.
Oh, Stalwart. Yeah, that's right.
No, 13 was Cowboys.
That's right.
Yeah, that's it was I think it was Lynn Swan who caught it.
Yes.
Weird. That's weird.
Number 7, Marcus Allen's touchdown run in Super Bowl 18.
Yeah, that's got to be higher.
6, Montana to Taylor touchdown on the 92-yard drive in Super Bowl 23.
That's a great play. Yep.
Real quick, you know why that's such a great play is I'm sure you guys have all heard the story, but before that drive started in the huddle, Montana, so relaxed, looks around the guys and says, "Hey, that's John Candy."
Yeah. He looks around the crowd. He's like, "Hey guys, you see John Candy?"
You're about to start the last drive to win the Super Bowl, and you're so relaxed that you spot John Candy on the sideline.
And then he just casually goes down and scores the game-winning touchdown.
Exactly, John Taylor. Great
All right, we're in the top 5 now. Here we go.
All right.
Number 5, Santonio Holmes' corner of the end zone touchdown in Super Bowl 43.
Yeah,
Is that the one against the Cardinals?
Oh, yeah.
That catch was amazing.
That was amazing.
Former Jet.
Former Jet. Number 4, Malcolm Butler's goal line interception in Super Bowl 49.
Yeah. I
Okay. Yeah. Your list is pretty good so far. I'm okay with this.
Number 3 is Mike Jones' 1-yard tackle against the Titans in Super Bowl 34.
He was stopping Kevin Dyson.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Great call.
Great game.
Number 2, James Harrison's 100-yard pick six in Super Bowl 43.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then number 1, the 13th anniversary of the best play, in my opinion, in NFL history, David Tyree's helmet catch in Super Bowl 42.
100%.
Absolutely.
Because, there's so much in that play going on. I mean, it's like they could have called in the grasp with and the fact that he got away, the way he caught it, the way he came down.
And it was Rodney Harrison. It wasn't some plug.
Right.
It's like,
There's so much in that play, which was ridiculous. And I was talking about play 2 for a second because former guest Mike Camerlengo, who makes those 60-second classics, today did one on the James Harrison play. Hysterical.
I was just gonna say we should play that.
Well, if you would have thought of that beforehand,
I can stall while you get it if you want to.
No.
Okay. I was just going to read some of the comments here because some of our followers are making choices. First of all, Steve Arianti says Bucks 28, Chiefs 24. Jerry N says, been following Mahomes since college, excited about the game. Courtney says Chiefs 31, Bucks 27. Yanto just says alias, so there we go. Carly thinks that Cam Newton's a chump. And also she wants to know, does anyone feel like Brady has been protected to get to the Super Bowl so many times? If you look at him, it seems like it's a penalty depending on the games. So do you think maybe he's been protected because of part of his longevity is because he hasn't been hit much in his whole career? I don't know. That's something to think about. And also, Courtney just chimes in, we don't speak of Mike Jones in Tennessee, and even though I hate the Steelers, Holmes' catch is one of the most memorable.
Yeah.
Yeah. That game was tremendous.
Amazing. Amazing. Didn't Fitzgerald have a crazy play?
He had a great game.
Yeah.
People forget about his performance that day. I think he had like 2 touchdowns and
the worst thing about that game is the fact that Ben Roethlisberger had to win the Super Bowl.
I know. Yeah.
Terrible.
We should have done like top 5 or top 10 most meaningless but still great plays, like Don Beebe chasing down Leon.
Or the wide Scott Norwood missing.
Yes. Well,
that's one of the most memorable plays in history.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, you could also look at Larry Fitzgerald. He almost got James Harrison on the 100-yard return. He almost got him at the 1.
Yeah. My former quarterback Donovan McNabb throwing up, and also my former wide receiver Terrell Owens going off on a broken leg. Yeah. He was amazing in that game.
Yeah. He had a great game. And I can think of
good job, Zach.
Yeah, Mark Ingram in Super Bowl 25, getting that first down in a 3rd and long.
What about Von Miller's Super Bowl 50 performance? 2.5 sacks, 2 strip sacks, or whatever. Yeah. Or a strip fumble, whatever it is, 4 fumbles.
Yeah, that game was crazy too.
Yeah, there's been some good ones lately. I'm hoping we have a good game on Sunday.
Yeah,
it has to be. It's just like in boxing. Styles make matchups. I think this is a great matchup. Of just it's like a storm coming.
But do you think that the Bucs secondary can hold the Chiefs receiving core?
It will depend on the front 4.
Right.
It depends on how quick they can get to Mahomes, and I mean he's the best player in the game. All right, he's a new face of the NFL. He really is.
Then what about last year's Niners front 4? He was able to get past them, and they were probably better than the Bucs.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's what it is. What it is, Zach, is that I don't think anyone can really stop him. And I don't think any secondary can stop the Chiefs' weapons. The only thing is, can they get to Mahomes? Can they hit Mahomes, pressure Mahomes? That's going to be the tell right there. And like I said before, no one in the league is better when the play breaks down. So that's going to be very interesting to see what happens when he – and that's the thing. He doesn't scramble to run. He's looking for the big play. He's looking for whatever it takes to get a first down. All right, so before we move on to the NHL, let's get some picks here. Let's go around. Noel, what do you think the game's going to be?
It's going to be 31-10 Chiefs.
Wow. Michael.
Yeah.
I think actually Tampa's going to win the game. I think Tampa will win 35. I'm going to go back to Super Bowl 13, 35-31.
Okay. Zach, what do you got?
I'm going to say 44-31 Chiefs.
Wow.
Okay. And I am going to go with the Chiefs 34-31.
Wow.
All right, so I'm the only Tampa here.
Yeah,
but that's good.
I just believe in that defense, and I believe that they will cause Patrick a lot more problems than he's seen this season on the big stage. And again, Tom Brady's offense with Mike Evans and the weapons that he has, and the Chiefs' defense is okay, but they're not great.
Right.
I really don't care who wins. I just want it to be a really high-scoring game because I'm going to bet the over for sure.
Yeah. All right, Zach. As you can see over your shoulder, you have a Jared Goff jersey. Let's talk about that trade for a sec, because I know.
Oh, right.
We were on the way home.
We were at McDonald's,
and you were like, "Oh my God!" I feel healthy. You stopped at McDonald's at 10 o'clock at night. So talk about your feelings when that trade first went down.
I think it helps both teams because the Rams win. 2 years ago, everyone thought the Rams were going to be the next dynasty in the NFL because you had a young quarterback, young running back, best player in the league at the time, and Aaron Donald. But Goff over the last 2 years has the most turnovers in the league and hasn't been himself since that loss to New England 2 years ago today, actually. And now they get a top 10 quarterback who's been nothing but consistent in every year in Detroit, and they've never really built around him. So they finally have a guy who fits the system. McVay will have fun with his arm because he's known as a deep threat, but the Rams don't have a speedy receiver since Brandon Cooks left to Houston. But on the Detroit side, you get much needed draft capital, and Goff. They wanted Goff, from what I saw. Brad Holmes, their new GM, was in the Rams scouting department, I think, since like 2003. So he knows the Rams well. He knows Goff well, and they wanted him. They have draft capital. They have the 7th pick this year. You could draft Goff a receiver, bring him back. I think both QBs are good in their situation, but I think that Stafford finally has a coach that believes in him and wanted him, and weapons for the first time in his career that'll help him succeed. And hopefully he'll have a ring to prove it in a couple of years.
And what I get from all of that is that other than you, one of the three of us have just lost their job.
Bye, guys. Yeah.
No, I agree with you. Absolutely. Well, very well said. And Jesus, do more research. Amazing.
Yeah. You're so much better than the three of us.
So much better, good looking, so much younger, and so much smarter.
Yeah, handsome. No, I think you're right. I think this is a trade where I think the fit is good on paper for both teams. The Rams get what they need. They have a lot of skilled players. Their offense is good. They need a guy that's not going to turn the ball over and can also throw the deep ball. I would expect them. What's your cap situation, Zach?
It's awful.
Okay, never mind then.
I
was gonna say this is a good free agent class when it comes to wide receivers. Maybe they get into that market where they try and acquire a Juju Smith or something, or someone, a Robinson,
Kenny Golladay.
Yep, exactly. They could use another receiver if they can get their cap situation under control. Whereas Detroit's kind of rebuilding. You get a young quarterback, you get a bunch of draft picks. They take on some money, but their cap situation I know is pretty good. I looked that up. So I think it's a win-win for both situations on paper. So we'll have to see how it comes out.
What's crazy about this whole Jared Goff saga is the fact they gave up so much to move up to get that number 1 pick back in 2016. Draft picks. They send a ton of draft picks along with Goff to get rid of him because that contract was ideally it would have been just probably Goff and a number 1 pick for Stafford. But the fact that his contract was just so cumbersome, they had to include another number 1 pick for that, and it's just like. It's crazy how much they had to give up and how much out of favor he's fallen.
They also signed him a year early. They could have waited till after this year.
Yeah, you're absolutely right with that.
Courtney just said also referring to Devin Hester's opening kickoff return.
Yes,
against Indianapolis.
Yeah, Desmond Howard's kickoff return was good too.
Yeah,
that was in what, third quarter or something?
Third quarter, yeah.
I mean, the Super Bowl, the kickoff, you take it to the house. That's a pretty
right.
Yeah.
And Dan, for the cap situation, there's it's Donald, Whitworth, Ramsey, Woods, Stafford, and Kupp. They take up $110 million, I think, just from the 6 of them alone on the cap.
That's ridiculous.
No, they're gonna have to do some cuts.
Iron Man football. All right. But Zach, great job. Go finish your homework.
No, stay in the green room. I might have questions. So,
all right, we'll do.
Good job, Zach.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, bud.
Right. Wow, someone who actually knows about sports.
We're getting replaced.
I mean, he literally took us out back shed and
exactly.
Yeah.
He has Michael's looks, Noel's
DNA.
Noel's charm, Noel's charm, and my humor. So I think we're in trouble.
Oh God, no, that's sad. Okay. All right, so let's switch over to the NHL a little bit. There have been so many COVID cases. Islanders had a couple games postponed. The Devils, very. I guess you can say irresponsible over the weekend playing those games. Involving the Buffalo Sabres now.
But the league let them, so I mean.
The league let them, so which is sorry. Seems like this is headed in a very bad direction, and I don't really see how this league can recover without even taking like a couple week pause, kind of figure out what to do, maybe have another bubble, or just canceling the season altogether? What do you think, guys?
Go ahead, Michael.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're going to cancel the season, but it's bad. It's not good, and the Devils are not playing till at least Saturday minimum,
Right.
which probably means till next Wednesday. Yeah, they were in a bubble last year. They're not in a bubble anymore. So I don't know. I just feel like certain teams. Look, with the Capitals and Ovechkin and all that stuff, I feel like maybe certain teams are more disciplined and their players are more sort of in line with what the protocol is, and some aren't. And it is what it is. It's the world we live in right now.
Yeah.
I think the hardest problem is you need time to set up a bubble. Those bubbles took a while to.
Right.
You got to get the locations, you got to get the rinks, you got to get all the services that go with that, the hotels. So I think the only way you're going to do this is to get a pause. I think you're going to have to pause maybe for a month to get all that into consideration. Can they survive a pause? Can they set up a bubble? Will they even do that? Because right now it just seems like we're going to play through it, but that's not feasible long term. We saw the NWHL have to shut down their playoffs, which is disheartening because they were really have some nice buzz to them. They were having a great Isobel Cup run. Ratings were great on Twitch. They were going to be on NBC Sports tomorrow night, but they had to shut it down. Too many positive tests. Teams dropped out. So NBA is also having an issue too. I don't know if they can survive this. And then look, right around the corner, we got spring training in baseball. So without a bubble, we saw last year how the playoffs worked. No positive tests.
And also with the when are the Olympics scheduled to start?
August?
Oh, okay. I was going to say because
first week of August, I think.
The NHL against the Olympics is not going to fly on NBC.
Because I'm actually going to be. I might be directing some of it. I think I'm going to be directing water polo.
Water polo? Nice.
I think they asked me if I was interested in directing some of it, so I might be directing water polo with Doc Emmerich and Pierre McGuire.
That's amazing.
You can direct it with a swim cap?
I should.
Yeah.
Young hairless men in a swimming pool, and you decide what we cut to.
Zach says the Devils have 7 players in protocol right now, and I mean you can't field a team missing 7 players.
Yeah. My question is, how do you get the horses in the pool?
Stupid.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, but I just don't, because when you get to the playoffs, let's see, they kind of limp to the playoffs, and you have these massive cases. Well, you have to have it quarantined for at least a week. That's going to completely, throw off like a playoff schedule. I mean, you have teams waiting for 2 weeks to play a game or play another series.
Real quick, the Olympics are July 23rd to August 8th. Thank you, Courtney. You're not doing great here, Zach. You should have that. Also, Mike Agello, friend of the show, says 17 players, not 7. You must have just had a little typo there, Zach. But 17 players on the Devils are in protocol. 17. That's not good.
That's not good.
That's not good. That's the only. Back to you guys. There's my analysis. That's not good.
Yeah, So, who knows? I mean, this is going to get uglier before it gets any better.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Let's get to a little trivia.
Trivia.
All right.
Little Super Bowl tilted trivia.
A couple Super Bowl categories. If we look at here, we have geography names. So the answer will have a player that features a name that's a geographic location, a city or a town or a state. Super Bowl venues, locations of Super Bowls, Super Bowl halftime performers, first overall draft picks, that covers all sports, and then on the big screen, movies that were sports themed. So Noel won last week. So Noel, we're gonna go 2 rounds here. So Noel, you can start us off.
All right, I will do Super Bowl performers for 3.
Super Bowl performers for 3. Look at this. I got it color coded now. So Noel is actually orange.
Nice.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's colors. I love it.
Yeah. Super Bowl performers for 3. You ready?
Go for it.
In 1993, this artist's performance marked the first ever increase in ratings at halftime and set off a string of pop performers at halftime. His sister's performance 11 years later set off a trend to book completely predictable classic rock acts.
Michael
Who are
Jackson.
we looking for?
Michael Jackson.
That is correct.
Yeah, that should have been one.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't assume you know anything about music.
With his sister, it's either going to be Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, or Donnie Marie. So
True.
All right,
Okay, Michael.
I'll go Super Bowl venues for 5.
Whoa, we're starting big.
yeah.
Well, I mean,
All right.
It's like
hopefully-
5.
hopefully it's 1 through 15.
All right. Super Bowl venues for 5. Okay. Hosted at the NRG Stadium in this city, Super Bowl 51 was played in 2017 and boasts the largest comeback in NFL history, with the Patriots winning 34-28 in overtime. What city?
Oh my God. I don't know.
NRG Stadium.
Nope.
Okay. And the biggest comeback in Super Bowl history, when the Patriots came back and won 34-28.
Or the biggest collapse of all time.
True. Would you like to guess? Just pick a city.
Atlanta. No, that's the Mercedes-Benz.
That's true. The correct answer was Houston.
Houston, okay.
Okay. All right, you're up, Noel.
All right. First overall pick for 2.
First overall picks for 2. All right. First overall picks for 2. So, where are we here? Okay. In 1989, which team drafted Troy Aikman first overall?
Cowboys.
All right. You were at 5 points. Michael, what you got?
Super Bowl venues for 4.
Super Bowl venues for 4. Okay. All right. Let's see. 4-4. Okay. The northernmost city to host a Super Bowl. This city hosted in 1992 and 2018. The 2018 game was a rematch of the 2004 Super Bowl, with Tom Brady being the only player to play in both.
Northernmost. Oh my
Yep.
God. Sorry, what was the last part of the question?
Okay, so northernmost city to host a Super Bowl. They hosted twice in 92 and 18. The 18 game was a rematch of the 2004 Super Bowl, and Tom Brady was the only player to play in both.
92. So 91 was Buffalo Giants. 92 was Buffalo. No. Oh, God.
So the 18 Super Bowl was the last time it was there.
It's got a dome. Minnesota.
What city?
Minneapolis.
There you go. All right, Michael's on the board.
What was?
Noel. Well, go ahead, Michael. What's up?
I was going to say, was that the Cowboys Bills first?
It was Patriots Rams.
Oh, Patriots fan. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
All right. On the screen for 4.
On the screen for 4. All right.
Kick in, but I know nothing about movies.
That seems ironic. Okay. Which movie shows an undersized horse winning a big race during the Great Depression?
Oh, Seabiscuit.
There you go.
I'm going to go geography names for 4.
Okay. Yeah, you can take 2 4s because we're doing 2 rounds, so that works.
Oh, that's right.
All right. Yeah, that's right. That's okay. All right. Because I want to use all these questions. All right. Geography names for 4. In only the second time in NFL history, the first overall pick came from Ohio State. They drafted They drafted this player. Well, I completely misread this question. And only the second time in history, the first overall pick came from Ohio State.
Based on those.
He was drafted by the Rams and is now a member of the Hall of Fame.
Sorry, say it again.
And only the second time in NFL history, the first overall pick came from Ohio State. The St. Louis Rams drafted this tackle, who went on to be getting inducted into the Hall of Fame.
And his last name is a state or a city?
First or last.
Oof.
Sorry, I worded that terrible.
What was the year again? Sorry.
I don't know what year he was drafted.
Oh.
I didn't write that down.
1997.
Really?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, I can because I do. I will add that he shares a first name with a city in the Sunshine State.
Tallahassee Johnson. No, I'm kidding.
That was really funny.
I'm kidding. God. Orlando Pace.
That is correct.
Yeah.
But I got a hint.
No, but I actually put in all the other questions. I put geography based clues in there, so I have no problem saying Sunshine State there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll allow it. I'm in charge.
And just a side note, the Jets had the number 1 pick that year. They traded to the Rams.
That sounds about right.
God, you love that so much. It's such a
It's a love-hate relationship.
love.
Yeah. On the screen for 5.
On the screen for 5. Okay. All right. On the screen for 5.
Miami Vice. Michael says.
Okay. In this 2002 movie, a young Indian woman pursues soccer glory even though her parents pressure her to give up sports and settle down in a conservative society.
This is 5?
Yeah.
Seriously, that should be 1.
Exactly.
You know nothing about soccer, so I didn't think.
I know who David Beckham is. Bend like Beckham. I mean, come on.
Okay.
Jeez.
All right. I want to make I was told by other people told me that question was too easy for 5, but I didn't. I wasn't sure.
All right. Well, then I'm going to go on screen for 3.
On the big screen for 3. Okay. So we'll put Michael here. All right.
Slapshot.
On the big. In what movie does a small town's amateur hockey team play an exhibition game against the New York Rangers?
Mystery Alaska.
That is correct. All right.
Let's do Super Bowl performers for 1.
Super Bowl performers for 1.
The answer is nipple.
Triple Jones.
All right. I got a feeling you may know the name of this group featuring rapper will.i.am that performed at the 2011 halftime show.
Black Eyed Peas.
That's correct.
Nicely done.
Mm.
Let me go on the big screen. Wait, what's the score?
The score is 15-11, Noel.
Okay. I'll go geography names for 5.
Okay, this is your last 5. This is your last 5 here.
Yeah, I gotta make up some.
Okay. Geography names for 5 it is. All right. Sharing a name with a European capital, this linebacker was a 4-time Pro Bowler and is in the Redskins Ring of Fame.
Linebacker?
Yep. You can make a case that he'll be in the Hall of Fame someday.
No.
Would you like me to repeat it?
No. I'm thinking of European capitals. Antonio Madrid.
Antonio Madrid is unfortunately incorrect. I love that. That was awesome. What's that? What'd you say, Noel?
Can I just answer it for shits and giggles?
Yeah.
Okay, sure, yeah.
London Fletcher?
London Fletcher is correct.
No.
Oh, I forgot it was first and last.
Mm.
Damn it.
Okay, Noel, you're up.
Let's do Super Bowl performers for 5.
Super Bowl. This is your last 5.
Okay.
All right. So we're going here. This is your last 5-point question. Super Bowl performers for 5. After a rousing rendition of Give It Away with special guest the Red Hot Chili Peppers, this male performer concluded his halftime show at the 2014 Super Bowl with Just the Way You Are as a tribute to the United States Armed Forces.
Is that Bruno Mars?
Wow, that's correct.
Wow.
I tried to take maybe like one of the lesser known ones in the last couple of
Yeah.
years.
All right.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. Michael, you have 1 3, 2 2s, and 2 1s.
All right, I'll have a Super Bowl venues for 3 because everything's going so great right now.
We should bring in Zach too for this.
I can if you want.
Maybe there'll be some questions left after we're done. We'll ask him those.
Sure, that works.
All right. You Super Bowl venues for 3?
Yes, sir.
In 2019, this city hosted Super Bowl 53, which pitted the New England Patriots against the Los Angeles Rams, and which proved to be the lowest scoring Super Bowl in history.
Oh God, I have no idea.
So that was
I know that was 3 years ago. I know.
2 years ago.
Yeah. Detroit.
The correct answer is Atlanta.
Okay. Fine.
Go ahead, Noel.
What do I have left? Let's do on the big screen for 2.
On the big screen for 2. All right. Here we go. Which 1993 film is all about a failed Jamaican sprinter who decides to start the country's first bobsled team?
Cool Runnings.
Correct.
Okay, this is not fair. If all these questions were reversed. All right, I'm gonna go. What do I have left? I've got
you have 2s and 1s.
All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go geography names because it's gone so well so far.
Yeah, we're gonna bring in Zach for the rest of the questions, but yeah, we'll geography names for 2 or 1.
2.
2. All right. Okay, here we go. 2. Sharing a first name with a Wisconsin city, this starting pitcher had a 0.29 ERA in the 2014 World Series for the San Francisco Giants.
Madison Baumgartner.
That is correct.
Thank God, I got one of them.
I was going to say Sheboygan Williams.
Williams. Green Bay McPhee. All right, Noel, you have a 1 and you have a 3.
All right, let's do geography names for 3.
Geography names for 3. Oh, this one's good. All right. Sharing a first name with the Dakota capital, this NHLer scored 515 goals, most notably with the Sabres, Islanders, and Canadiens.
Pierre Turgeon.
That is correct. Okay, so let's see. What do we have left here? You have, Michael, you have a 2 and 2 1s.
I have a 2 and 2 1s. I'll go, forget Super Bowl venues. I'll go on the big screen for 1.
On the big screen for 1.
If I don't get this, I retire from acting and I quit the show.
All right, no pressure. Okay. In which movie does a failed hockey player take to the golf course to save his grandmother's house from foreclosure?
Happy Gilmore.
Correct.
Even
All right,
I've never seen that movie.
Oh, it's good. Yeah, it's good. The best part of it is the Lee Trevino cameos.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
All right, so you have a 1-point question left, Noel.
All right. First overall picks. Sure.
First overall picks. All right, here we go. Following the cancellation of the 04-05 season, the Penguins struck lottery gold and drafted him first overall.
Sidney Crosby.
Correct.
I mean,
All right.
that shouldn't,
One.
What's that, Michael?
that shouldn't even be a question.
It's a 1-point question. Those have to be answered correctly.
I understand.
That feels like a question to watch the show.
That feels like a question. It's a 1-point question. It should be a question for a 1-year-old. Anyway, do I have 1 left, or is it over?
You have no. You just have a 2 left. Oh, you have a 2. You have a 2 left.
I have a 2 left. All right. I guess. God, Super Bowl performers. I never watched the halftime shows, so forget that. I'll go Super Bowl venues.
Super Bowl venues for 2.
Yeah. Please let it be in the early times of the Super Bowl. I can name every venue from Super Bowl 1 to Super Bowl 20. I literally can't.
I forgot to cross that one off. Okay, so Super Bowl venues for 2. This is the last question, then we bring in Zach. Super Bowl venues for 2. The 2014 Super Bowl was played between the Seattle Seahawks and the Denver Broncos at MetLife Stadium in this city.
In MetLife?
Yeah.
MetLife Stadium. Wait, MetLife Stadium. That's New York. No, New Jersey. Or
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'll take that. East Rutherford, but I'll accept that.
Which is, it's not even a city, really.
Yeah, it's not really even a city. New York, New Jersey Super Bowl is fine.
Right.
Okay, let's bring in Zach. Can we bring in Zach and still have the screen up?
Hey, bud.
There he is.
Hi.
All right, bud. Okay.
He would have answered all of those questions.
I'll be lucky if I can answer one.
No.
All right, we're going to start. I'm going to give you geography names for 1, okay?
All right.
His full name is a town and a state. As this former 49ers quarterback won 4 Super Bowls.
Joe Montana.
Correct. Let's see if this works.
Would you look at that? I got one right.
All right, so you got Zach Scott. I'll keep scores for Zach here.
Give him.
He's got. Okay, Super Bowl performers for 2. Or do you want 4?
I'll take 4.
I'm gonna give you both. All right,
Oh,
Super
no.
Bowl performers. In 2015, this performer belted a medley of 9 songs, including a duo of "I Kissed the Girl" with Lenny Kravitz.
I have no idea. Wasn't Maroon 5 one of the recent ones?
Can I guess?
I have no idea.
Go ahead, Michael.
Katy Perry.
That is correct.
That was my next guess.
And by the way, Alicia says, I still have a 1 question left.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I thought you had. I thought we're. Oh, wait a second. I screwed this up. This is supposed to be you. There we go. Right there we go. Okay. All right. Let's do halftime performers for 4, Zach.
Oh no.
In 2017, this powerhouse performer began her halftime show from the roof of the stadium with the rendition of "God Bless America" before getting lowered to the dance floor to sing several hits, including the chart topper "Telephone."
I have no idea.
Neither do I.
I have no idea.
Madonna.
She was lowered into the stadium from the roof.
Oh, the chandelier. Sia. Or Sia, whatever her name is.
I
No
couldn't
idea?
tell you.
Okay, Lady Gaga.
That was my next guess.
All right. First overall picks for 4. Standing, actually 3. In 1986, this Tampa Bay Buccaneer took. In 1986, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers took this running back from Auburn, but he never signed with them. He went and played Major League Baseball instead. He later returned to the NFL to play for the Raiders.
Oh, come on.
All right, Michael, you want to answer it for me?
Bo Jackson, maybe?
That is correct.
Oh, I did it. Yay.
And then the 4-point question, first overall. Standing at 7'6", this 2002 first overall pick went to the Houston Rockets.
Yao Ming.
Very good.
Nice. No hesitation.
And last question. The first overall draft pick in the 2005 NFL draft, this quarterback from Utah went to play for the 49ers.
Alex Smith.
Correct. Nice job, Zach.
Thank you.
On point. No hesitation.
We can kill the screen. Our winner this week was Noel.
No, yeah, but I still want to answer my one last question. I had a one point question left.
It wouldn't matter in the score. I kind of screwed up the board a little bit, but we'll work on it. It's a work in progress. It's getting better.
All right.
Is it really?
It was color coded this time. It's an
It
improvement.
was. Yeah. Would you like to go back in charge of trivia? You can take the reins next week.
Well, since you feel like doing the open, maybe I should take trivia.
Oh, wait till you see this open. It's going to take a couple months. It's in
couple
pre-production.
Yeah, it's in development.
We're still casting.
We're still casting. All right.
I need some professional photos from all of you.
Recapping after Zach's phenomenal performance tonight.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have Dallas Stars game footage if you want that from when I was in Dallas.
Where it was like after a goal, was the crowd going nuts?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'll take it. Send it to me. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay, so he's 16, right? This kid lives a charmed life. He's been to.
I know.
Where have you been? Dallas, right?
Boston twice,
Boston,
Dallas,
Philly.
San Francisco.
When I was his age, I went to Hartford. I mean, and I was from things. I mean, come on.
Well, Hartford, it was a mall too, so you could shop and skate.
Oh, great, yeah.
Weren't the Kings affiliates back, the Winterhawks or whatever they're called?
That was the New Haven Nighthawks were the Kings.
Nighthawks, that's right.
Yeah.
And it was,
Yeah, Zach, send me that video.
all right, and Dad, it was going to be LA this year, but that got thrown out the window.
Great.
You're gonna meet Vartan before we do.
That's right.
Exactly.
I was thinking the Playboy Mansion. Oh wait, that doesn't exist anymore. Damn it.
All right, Zach.
Hey, before we go, real quick, can we talk about the absurdity of the Nolan Arenado trade?
It's ridiculous.
How do you trade your franchise player and give the team you trade him to, the Cardinals, $50 million, and not get the other team's best prospects back?
Wait, what was the return?
A couple, I think, mid-level prospects.
Yeah. And now they want to sign Trevor Story. Which,
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, it's
worse than the Betts trade, and that was pretty bad.
No, the Betts trade wasn't bad. Verdugo's a good player. I think Verdugo's going to be a really good player.
But I mean, Betts the top 3 player in the league, though.
Yeah, but they had no choice. They knew they were going to lose him. Nolan Arenado just signed an extension. I think that's the difference.
Well, no, they didn't lose him. The fact that they didn't offer him more money is a joke.
Right, they chose not to re-sign him. That's
Right.
So they knew they knew that he was going to walk, and they got the best they could. I think Verdugo and Jeter Downs looks like a really good prospect too.
Yeah, but that team, I mean, they're years away. They're going to end up trading Andrew Benintendi, which is another mistake.
He's not good though.
He's a good player.
You wouldn't watch. He's all right.
Yeah, he's all right. He's
all right.
not a bad.
Martinez was a 1-year show. He was only good a couple years ago.
Well, he hasn't recovered from COVID yet. I don't think. Or was that Rodriguez? Oh, sorry. You were thinking Jay. I was thinking Erod. Yeah, you're talking JD Martinez was a disaster last year. Yeah, they're a work in progress. We'll have someone on soon to break down baseball if it ever gets started.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a sport that hates their fans more than baseball. I mean, really.
Right.
It's a joke.
Right, because the league's claiming they can't stay in business without fans, which I don't know about that.
Yeah. But,
all right, Zach, go to bed. Thank you so much for your help.
Go to bed.
yeah, Zach, it's a shame there's no sports questions on the SAT.
I know. I would get 100 on it if it was.
100? You need more than 100 on the SAT.
You need more than 100 on the SAT.
I will get every point possible that is given. Or
that's the highlight of the show right there.
That's better. And did you have a class today?
I did. My essay. Here, wait. Look at the size of this thing. Hold on.
That's what she said.
It's a family show, then. Literally.
Steven says the Sox offer Betts $300 million. They're still clipping coupons, Steve.
I haven't read that many pages in my entire life.
Yeah.
This thing is huge.
Don't go there, Dan.
Come on.
Look at that.
Yeah.
What is that? Math?
What is math and physics?
Well,
This is called math and English right here.
COVID.
yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you subscribe to the channel on YouTube. We're almost at 100.
And follow Zach on Twitter. What's your handle?
At Fogelman Zach.
Yeah.
At Fogelman Zach. There it is. He only has 10 followers. Ladies, go follow him.
Exactly. Ladies love Zach. All right, guys.
All right, guys. Have a great week. Great weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl. And
enjoy the Super Bowl, yes.
And we'll see you next week.